Okay, we talking to Leo. Now, Leo, what's going on in the dub for my Leo? Let me show y'all some love and keep y'all head up and let's live a good life. Now, we got a lot to do and we ain't got time to play with no dumb stuff. And any black magic I ask to tear it down immediately. And I ask Spirit Archangel Michael to come through and bless me and keep me safe against any divine forces that want to intervene. And all of us are safe when we watch this. Here we go in the name and let's get the word out. Spirit, let's go. Most High, let's go. What's going down? What's in Leo's energy? Now, Leo, the next 5 days. Now, that was too much, Leo. What's going on the next 5 days, Leo? Okay, Leo, it says a very climax approaches full moon Aries. So there's going to be something that's going to steam up, Leo. There's going to be some steam coming somewhere. I don't know where the steam is going, but they said something's going to steam up. What else, Leo? So we're going to see. It says you are good enough in the full moon of Virgo. You got to know your worth. You got to know you're good enough to do what you want to do. Stop living in that illusion where I can't do it. I can't do it. It says a personal issue reaches resolution on the full moon of Cancer. Something will work out. You got to believe and have faith and it will work out. It says take time to breathe out and anticipate moon. It's time for you to breathe out and take everything like a grain of salt. Let's get one more. So we're doing 5 days. Okay. Let's see. Emotions are running high under the supermoon. Somebody's emotions is off the deep end. You know, sometimes we let things get to us, man. You gotta slow down on that drama. I be telling people, just slow down on that drama. What's this emotions that's bothering you? What's in your emotions, Leo? What's going on? Cause see, you suffering in silence, you lacking, and you was being deceptive. You see, somebody was tempted to be deceptive, and they was tempted, and now they're suffering over the temptation that they did. What did they do? What was the temptation that this person is suffering over? That they did, Spirit. What did they do? See, but the ancestors here, they put the ancestors, your guides, is trying to reach out to you and trying to communicate to you about this suffering, about this deception that was made. And the ancestors is saying that guilt sometimes will sabotage everything, because sometimes you have guilt for something that you can't let go of. So you got to learn to don't give emotions leverage. Sometimes the truth hurts, but you got to get it out there and you got to move on from there. So what's the sabotage that you done? You know, you sabotaged you had that, you needed courage to change. You sabotaged to change because you was in hot pursuit, and you need to know self-worth. And you got to find your self-worth somewhere down the line, because sometimes we're not looking at what our self-worth, and we get in our comfort zone and we clinging on the things that we no longer serve, especially toxic things, okay? And somebody likes to party a lot, and you're going through separation right now, and you know, because dishonesty and triggers will cause that. So you got to keep conflict down, because somebody's going through some conflict because of the choices that you made. That's why I tell everybody, if you do something wrong, own up to it, because either way it go, you're going to have to deal with it. I don't care how you run away. If somebody asks you, just tell it like it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt, but you can deal with it. Now, what is this flurry climax that's approaching? Something is steaming up. What's the flurry climax that's approaching? What's going on? The Aries move. So something is steaming up. It says sad case. See, somebody was putting SEX magic on their parents, family, and friends, and it went back to center. So they were doing that SEX magic, and then they got caught up, and now there's a GUN man coming to someone's home allegedly, because they was playing in that, and they thought they was gonna go in the cookout, something about in August. So, you know, there's something going down behind the scene, because they were putting magic on their parents, and now everybody's just going crazy, you know. See, someone would have called, they wanted somebody to fall to their ending, but it didn't work out that way. It's in reverse. So everything is going back to them. It's all in reverse, because it says, I get upset when something reminds me of you, and they needed to watch that, and they didn't want to learn. See, it says, I put power. See, this person has God powers in their hands. This person has powers in their hands. Okay, this person is very, and see, you can't break their faith. And somebody tried to break somebody's faith, and they was being disregarded in their opinion. No, they wasn't in a relationship. Someone felt disregarded, and that's why they did what they do. It says they felt controlled as a child, and now the child, you cannot longer control this child. So anger gets out of control, but it's going to stop because they're going to see down the road this anger that you holding and resentment. It did you no good. You got to let go of it. I told you got to heal what hurts you, because we all go through some pain. I don't know why people think you're going to walk through life and there ain't going to be a scar. I don't care if your family life was hard. You didn't feel like you had the best. You felt like that person wasn't there for you. But that person, you didn't look at that person's life either. You didn't look at that parent, well, how much magic they were putting on that parent. You didn't look at how much what they done on that parent. And that parent told you the truth. Some parents will tell you the truth and they have to go and eat that because they can't take it back. All they can do is pray that you forgive them. And if you don't forgive them, it's called wounds. We all got wounds that we can make people, we can make it or break us. And I learned them wounds ain't worth me breaking. I'd rather disillusion of the whole thing and say, hey, I forgive you because the past does not define me. Because my greatness is going to shine out loud. Because I'm going to keep going. From my pain, I learned to strengthen myself. I learned pain makes me better. I learned living and learning from my past, and I said I was sorry and I owned up to my mistakes, and now I am free to that because I freed myself. It's when you sit back and deny what you done and you're lying, that's when you're not free. Somebody can live in Edmond, Oklahoma, allegedly. They said you can't be free when you hold on to all of this resentment of the past. You gotta heal what hurt you. Sometimes that's what they do. That's why this world holds us back so much, because we can't release the pain of the past. You know, the past, yeah, I was hurt. I had a lot of hurts, but I bumped my head and boy, I got myself up and I learned. It says don't go to that party or wedding because you will not make it, because they setting up a wedding where they're going to take out everybody that was in something about an organization. They're going to try to take out all of you at one time, and they're going to invite you to a party because they don't want nobody to get guilty or tell the truth. They want you to live with that in damnations and your soul be trapped over there because you can't face the truth. That's what's going to get you caught. I'm not going to no box without telling what I done and facing up to it, because Archangel Michael is here watching over the person. You're being watched over, but you got to face your fears. You can't run around and everybody going to try you, okay? You know, there's advocates out there. Baby boy, something about baby boy, allegedly. This happened in the past, okay? Allegedly, okay? Something happened in the past, you know, with this high priestess in the past. And, you know, you got to own up to it. It says you need to be on American Idol. Somebody really needs to, but everybody was sitting over there don't want this person. But now karma is coming to people this week. This is a weekly read. Now karma is on its way because people can't face up to none. Somebody named Sarah. Karma is coming to you. A stranger is around you. Truth's coming out. There's a stranger around you, and the truth's going to come out whether you tell it or not. So you need to be real with yourself and stop being fake, and you do not want to do it because you don't want to face up to your wrongs. We've all done wrongs, and one thing you got to do, I learned, if I admit to it, I'm going to have a better life, and I'm going to be blessed because I stood up like a man or a lady and confront my truths and my failures, and my past does not define me for my future. I have to heal that so I can be a better person inside now. Whether, I don't care if you was doing things you got no business to, got strung out on something, you can change, because Most High is right there in front of you reaching your hand, but you gotta want to give it. Ain't nobody can pet you. Now you gotta be a man or lady and stand up for what you done and let it go and free yourself. Like, share, subscribe.